One response among Mormons wrestling with genetic data is that the founding populations of the Book of Mormon would have been small and would have made a small genetic contribution to the larger populations that were already here. Okay. This response rests on a rejection of statements from the Book of Mormon in the Book of Ether about the extent of the Book of Mormon populations. So it requires a rejection of at least one book, if not several other passages in other parts of the Book of Mormon, in order for it to be valid. It also requires a rejection of the teachings of Joseph Smith, Brigham Young, and virtually every other church president who has commented on the subject. It requires a rejection of those ideas as well. It may get us closer to the truth, but I think we're fooling ourselves if we think that that saves the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon is not saved by a small, limited geography, because even that group, even if that sort of thing happened, then that is not as what it is described in the Book of Mormon, and we have to say the Book of Mormon is wrong. Not only that, there still ought to be some traces of even a small population in the gene pool in that local region. Furthermore, the Book of Mormon's proclamations, its theology, its prophecies, are not directed towards a tiny group of people who all disappear, Lamanites and Nephites, but they're directed towards the descendants of the Lamanites. That argument really doesn't deal honestly with the Book of Mormon.
Absolutely laughable. For me to accept that as it's just an excuse, and a very poor excuse at that. I might just read from the Pearl of Great Price. So this is now the third scripture that Latter-day Saints have, which refers to the Lamanites in on the American continents. This is in reference to Moroni's visit, who restored the gold plates to Joseph Smith. He said there was a book deposited written upon gold plates giving an account of the former inhabitants of this continent and the source from whence they sprang. So clearly here you have Joseph Smith stating in Scripture that the Book of Mormon record is about the former inhabitants of this continent. Not a little corner of the Americas, but about the continent.